Good evening, fire signs. Welcome to Kiki's Doorway. So let's find out what your past lives wants you to discover about yourself for June 16th to June 30th. It's the reason why I was swayed or sailed towards that date. Because honestly, I wanted to do your dates. What was it? Let me see. I got my book, my good book right here. From June 12th to June 21st. But things were happening that I had to play out the other elements from the other zodiac signs to get to this level of understanding for the fire signs. I was just talking to the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, about the motto of the Aquarius, I know. For you guys, what do you know of thyself? What do you know of yourself? What is the Libra side tells you about your emotions? When you have to weigh your scales, the Libra scales of yourself, how do you balance out your emotions? What degree do you give each emotions on a daily basis? For example, if you had to make a pie chart, right? Something came to mind. I thought of a pie chart, like navigation, like coordinates to whatever destination a fire sign would have to travel, right? So in order to be prepared for whatever battle that comes, I thought if you had emotions of sadness, it would probably be 10%. Because y'all don't try to stay in sadness too long. Your sensual side, I felt 40%. And now your dormant, how people adore you, I felt 30%. And if you ever had a sense of abandonment in your life, in your current life, I thought 20%. Now, 30th, 3 plus 0 is 3, right? So for you Aries, hey Aries, rah! Hey Sagittarius, giddy up now, giddy up. Hey Leos, rah! What is your passion, your stability, your communication skills and abilities do for you naturally to get people to want to possess you, to want to understand you, to want to get closer to you? Start to write down those very things. Write down, be your own psychiatrist. Write down, based on those passions, that stability, that communication skills that you have. Write down the reactions of people when they come to you. If you don't even want to write, ask them in your own way. What makes you drawn into me? What do you see in me? And you'd be surprised on what you hear. And sometimes not, but in the angle that you probably have not seen before. So, without further ado, let's see what your past lives want you to know. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. For June 16th to June 30th, 2018. God, Gaia, God, Goddess, Mother, Father. What is the quest of past lives? What do they want? Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos know for June 16th to June 30th. What direction of their past lives should Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos know for June 16th to June 30th, 2018? What direction What should they know about their past lives for June 16th to June 30th? What should they know about their past lives? Okay. I was wondering, huh? All right. What actions should Aries, Sagittarius, Leos take based on their past lives' directions? Okay. What actions should Aries, Leo, Sagittarius take for June 16th to June 30th, 2018? What actions should they take? What actions do they will in for June 16th to June 30th? What actions do Aries, Leo, Sagittarius will in? Okay. All right, fire signs. Let's see what your past lives want you to know about yourself. Makes sense. Of course, you are the heart of humanity's soul. You give us that passion. In order for humanity, in order for everyone around you to have that will in themselves, they had to see the will in you. Maybe that it's not a maybe. Maybe it's doubtful. You knew that the courage that you had within your heart, that fire, has always been biblical. You have lived lives and been surrounded by prophets, disciples. You had laid down commandments, templates for civilizations and people to understand themselves and their morality. And for this, many people thanked you, so much so that they wonder where your humbleness have originated from. Do not let this clothes fool you. When you're in your zone, when you're working, when you're manifesting for yourself and for the people, you do not think of outside material. You think of the end results of that moment. You merge your spiritual self together with the fire that's within you. So much so that you will a table to become a table based on how you orchestrate your hands. You know exactly the amount of pressure, exactly the amount of tenderness to give. You have the masculine and feminine energies within you, so much so you're calm about it. You're at peace. He's not even looking like he's looking at it. He's like, I'm feeling this. All I have to do is touch you. Yes, you are fire, but you know the earth. Don't think that you scorched the earth. You know, and if you have to scorch it, you know that from scorching the earth, new crops can be made, stronger and fruitful for the people. And when you know that about yourself, yes, you will have doubts of that, because at that time, think about it, you are a carpenter, just like Jesus and his father, and many other civilizations that had God and goddesses that taught human beings, humanity, how to build properly. Yes, people challenged you based on what you knew. How can you describe your emotions? But you showed them physically. So when you came to your interpretation of God, your interpretation of Goddess, your interpretation of the mother and the father within you to understand the heavens, your eyes had to be open to see what you already felt. So yes, they started as phobias because people were biased of what you knew, especially when it's something biblical, because it first comes as a message, as a sensation, as an emotion. This is why I felt the need to stress the pie graph in how you orchestrate your emotions in the 2 weeks of June 16th to the June 30th. Okay? So make a pie graph. Make a visual chart of how you orchestrate your emotions. So that way the phobias will give you a psychosis of where the bias, or where you place, or where others place bias of what you already know of yourself. The actions you must take, 6 of fire. So you have that balance. You have that Virgo. Yes, fire signs, you have the earth elements. You are on earth. Look at how bounty. You got all the fly sisters with you. Look, they got their weapons, they wands out. They tell you, look over there, look over there. Your next destination is right over there. Look at that. The horse is tilting like, I'll see it too. I definitely peeping it. And look, all that in the background. This, what is, I want to see closely. What is that? Flags. Dragon. So unlock that dragon in you. And that will give you the understanding of where you know thyself. And from that, when you finally understand who you are, from knowing who you are, victory and good news will be on its way. And hey, you in the public's eye. So I wouldn't be surprised, fire signs, that the public will recognize and will hand you not only rewards or awards of your acolytes, your accomplishments, but they're going to reward you on what you're about to embark on as well. Because it had to take some boldness to even go to the next level. And when you go to the next level, you will be awakened by Archangel Gabriel. See, we were talking about the messengers, right? So, when you go to Archangel Gabriel for these 2 weeks, ask him or her within you, the masculine and feminine side, the God Gaia, the God Gaia's goddess, the deity that resonates with you, masculine and feminine. Go to them, even if it's your ancestors. Go to them and ask them for glimpses of who you are. And they will remind you through your dreams or through other people, through conversations, of who you are and what you are. And from that, you will look at things from different perspectives. Because you need other people's response to who you are. When I was mentioning of asking people, if you don't want to make the pie graph on that one, I don't think you should make the pie graph on that one. The pie graph should be on emotions. And your interactions, that fiery side, should be through asking the question of people you trust and are interested in. What is it about you that attracts them to you? Not from an ego standpoint, not from an arrogant standpoint, but what makes people warm up to you or not feel nervous to want to approach you. So that way you can use those tools, the answers they give you as tools, to move forward in the public eye. Because those will probably be the same people that will lead you to your next destination. So fire signs, you have a lot to do. Woo! But it is so worth it. Oh, it is so worth it. So until we meet again, I want you to want to know thyself. I want you to want to know who you are through other people and through yourself, through emotions. So we meet again. I love you. I see you on the other side.